Do headlines about the real estate market, interest rates, and inflation have you worried that you missed the boat on selling your home? Well, fear not, because that ship hasn't left the dock yet, and here's what you need to know. Let me be crystal clear about this. Buyer demand is not gone. In fact, it's incredibly healthy. It just has eased up quite a bit compared to the last 2 years of craziness that we've all lived through. Let's think about what exactly led to the market demand of the last 2 years. First, it was historically low mortgage rates. I mean, we even saw as low as like 2%. That unprecedented type of mortgage rate really caused a massive surge of buyers into the market. And couple that with really low supply. There simply just were not enough houses. In some areas of the country, you only had a market supply of days or weeks before you ran out of houses. And when supply is low and demand is high, prices go up and contingencies and special requests drop down. Because when 25 people want the same house, they better come with their best foot forward, and sellers, quite frankly, get to reap the benefits of that. Once inflation became an issue and interest rates were rising to combat that inflation, it really curbed buyer enthusiasm, and that can be shown in this graph. And what you can see is the number of showings have declined year over year. Now, if you're a seller, don't panic. When you look at this graph, it can feel very stressful to see that negative number. But when we compare it to a crazy year like 2021, it's not the whole picture. So let's look over the course of several years to see what the true numbers reflect. This clarifies that even though numbers are down from 2020 and 2021, they are still beating pre-pandemic levels. And you may recall that 2017, 2018, and 2019 were all really great years in real estate. So if you're in a position of needing to sell a property and feeling nervous that your house is not gonna sell, don't panic. As long as your house is marketed appropriately and priced correctly, there's still a lot of buyer demand and the supply has not yet overtaken the market. So you still have a lot of leverage as a seller. Understanding the market of today, right now, is vital. The market of today is not the same as the market of a year ago, or geez, even 6 months ago. But know this, there is still a demand for housing. There is still a market for you to be able to sell your house when it's priced right and you're following the market of the moment. Because regardless of prices, regardless of interest rates, houses still sell every single day. So if you're in a position where you're needing to sell a property, don't worry. You can get it done. Just make sure you've got the right team on hand. There's a lot of different reasons why people decide to sell a house, and equity in price isn't always the number one reason. In fact, here are some of the top reasons why people are selling their houses right now. I'm Lindsey Johnson, your resource for all things real estate. See you next time.